are following breaking news in the push to liberate Lolita.
Miami-Dade leaders holding a news conference moments ago about the captive orca at Miami Seaquarium. Local 10's Louis Gary joins us live with what was just announced. Louis.
A historic announcement, something that many animal activists have been praying for, fighting for the past 30 years. The CEO of the Dolphin company, which is now the rightful owner of the Miami Seaquarium and the rightful owner of Lolita, also known as Tokite or Scully Chucktonut, which is her native name back in the waters of the Pacific Northwest, have announced a partnership with the NGO, the non-for-profit Friends of Lolita, now known as Friends of Toki. They are now committed to actually retiring Lolita and sending her back to her natal waters in the Salish Sea in the Pacific Northwest, where she was abducted from her family 53 years ago. This is just the beginning of a very long process. The stakeholders in this is also the County of Miami-Dade, which is the landowner of the Miami Seaquarium. They lease that land to now the new owners of the Miami Seaquarium, which is the Dolphin company. So they have all been in serious negotiations over the past year to come to this point where everybody is in agreement that this would be the logical next step for the well-being of Toki. She has 56 years old, the only one of the 7 killer whales that was taken in that horrible hunt that happened in 1970 from Puget Sound that has survived, and she has survived for a reason. This is a story that needs to be told, and now everybody is joining forces, including Miami-Dade County, to make sure this story has a happy ending. Again, the announcement was just made moments ago. Mayor Levine Cava actually spoke about how monumental this decision is moving forward.
My administration has been a longtime supporter of Toki's long-term health. And under my leadership, the last 2.5 years as mayor, Miami-Dade County has successfully overseen the transfer of ownership of the Miami Seaquarium to the Dolphin company, who in partnership with the Friends of Toki have stewarded her medical care. Because of that newly minted partnership, and the increased trust and transparency, I believe we are standing here today for this momentous announcement. The most important thing is Toki's long-term well-being, and together, guided by the experts, we'll continue to do what is best for her.
So again, this orca has overcome so many challenges. Remember this time last year, she was deathly ill. She was on a 24-hour watch, akin to a patient being in critical care in the hospital. She has rebounded and is in good health right now. So we can now begin the process to enrich her and begin the training so that she's able to make that move. Those who are overseeing all of this believe that she is now at that state where this can actually happen. That's just the first hurdle that needs to be cleared. You know, I have to remind the audience that's watching this is really good news for those who have been lobbying, who feel that this should be the next step in her life. But again, you know, she is a member of the Southern residents. Those are the orcas of the Pacific Northwest. There's only 73 of them left. She is an endangered species, so the Endangered Species Act comes into play. NOAA and other regulatory agencies will have the final say as to whether or not this can actually happen. We don't know if those applications have actually been made yet on behalf of Toki. All we know is that the formal announcement just went down moments ago here at the Intercontinental Hotel in downtown Miami that there is a collaboration now between the new owners of the Miami Seaquarium, the NGO, the non-for-profit Friends of Toki, and Miami-Dade County, which is also a big stakeholder here, that the process of retiring Lolita, Tokite, and taking her back to her natal waters in the Pacific Northwest has begun in earnest. We'll have a lot more on this beginning on Local 10 News at 3 o'clock. We're now live in downtown Miami. I'm Louis Aguirre, Local 10 News.
Certainly a big announcement. Louis, keep us posted throughout the day. Thank you.